for taking the time today just to talk a little bit about what your experiences were using natural medicine to heal your gut. And you know, Chad, we knew each other back in Miami, and it was funny back then because I was the sick one. I was hiding it from everybody. I had lost like 30 pounds. I was living with a bunch of numbskulls in a you know, model housing, and
I was sick and I didn't know it yet.
Yeah,
I was just like, you know, down on the count trying to figure out something to do to, you know, the next thing that I'm gonna try that hopefully is gonna work. And I'm just Googling around and YouTubing around, and I came across Jenny, and then I came across your YouTube videos on probiotics. I said, oh my God, I know that guy. I met him 5 years ago. And I clicked on your website, was like, wow, this is exactly what I need. And I was just like, I talked to you for like 20 minutes. I was like, yeah, sign me up. It's like, and I mean, your approach was very confident, and it also resonated with my own research that I had done, my own understanding of like the holistic nature of taking things, because, you know,
the
traditional
community.
Yeah, traditional medicine had always failed me. So it was just like I was completely ready and available because I believed in what we were getting into, and yeah, so I feel like for me it was kind of a fun journey, other than, you know, the herxing, which occurred later on, but like, because I really believed in the process the whole way through. Yeah, I had my doubtful moments, but, you know, like at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, the journey itself was I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Very grateful. We feel amazing.
We learned so much about just like even organic living and like toxins that can enter your body through your skin, and just like being more aware of that and being more aware of your environment. And it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Learned a lot that we'll carry with us for our entire lives.
Yeah, and like taking the mystery out of what's causing flare-ups, and I don't know, just like logically how to handle gut-related issues. And I mean, it broadens out beyond the gut, but, you know, just generally speaking, like really having control or you know, to a degree over your body is empowering.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have like as bad of gut issues as he did, or maybe I did and I just wasn't admitting to myself. But I definitely had some issues, and like through the whole process that he went through, I kind of just did some things that like resonated with me along the way. Like not everything that he did, but things like, you know, like just how you said, listen to your gut, and just like, what do you think, what do you feel like would work for you and stuff. And I like feel 10 times better. Like I didn't even know that I could feel this good, and that I was feeling so bad, honestly. Like, you know, I think I had just normalized feeling bloated and just like gross all the time, and just like thinking, you know, this is normal. But then now I realize it's not normal.
Yeah, 100%. And that was one of the, you know, nice things about working with you, Chad, is like you brought your girlfriend in on this, and you were saying, hey, she actually has some problems, and I'm just gonna run some of this off her. And even though I was only working with you, she was able to come in and say, well, let me try this too, and let me try this too, and let me see what you guys worked out. And what worked out for you worked really well for her.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, that doesn't always happen. You know, a lot of times it's completely different experience, and you need different things.
I feel like we both kind of synced up on it and helped heal each other, you know?
Yeah.
Cool. And so let's, you know, when we first started, I remember you saying you had some extreme food sensitivities. You know, you were getting a lot of like bloating and kind of almost urgency and pain. I remember you saying you were on set sometimes working, and it was just like you can't even focus on the scene or focus on what you're doing because, you know, you're like trying to do a fighting scene. You feel like you got like a baby in your belly.
Yeah, exactly. That was, I mean, that's a challenge that you don't ever want to have to face, but, you know, nonetheless, there it was. And yeah, my food allergies on set were just awful. And you know,
you
like,
used to have to tell the cooks like no garlic, no onion,
just on and
no
on and
this,
on and on
no
and
this,
on. Yeah.
no this, no avocado, no this, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even eat fruit back then. It was real bad.
Ooh, man.
I was down to the simplest of stuff that I later then found out actually also wasn't doing me any good, such as like my traditional eggs and brown rice. That was also not.
That you think is healthy, but then you learn that like maybe it's healthy for your like physique, but it's not healthy for your digestion.
Right.
To like even combine these foods or like
how to make a meal and things like that. Yeah, we've come a long way.
Like don't combine like meat with
or like steak with
carbs.
That's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one. Especially...
And like just that simple thing is like life changing.
Right.
But it's like not common knowledge.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
And your joints too.
Yeah, my joints, like that was an interesting thing I noticed. I mean,
that was a big thing.
Like my knees and just general achiness throughout my body was gone. I just felt smooth, good, you know.
And we felt, and you know, you weren't diagnosed with Crohn's or colitis specifically, but we both felt that this was SIBO, small intestine bacteria overgrowth, and you're having extreme gut health issues and
like really bad inflammation. I mean, you know, who knows where that could have gone, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it could have spiraled, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was just getting worse.
It was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Yeah.
And you know, and then that's, you know, being able to eat and not have any issues, just, you know, being normal throughout the day, we seem to do a lot better. And same with you as well, right? I mean, you kind of just took some of this and just applied it and did it with them, and you saw a lot of the same results.
Yeah, I really did. Like same energy levels and like just being so, like my main symptom was really like, you know, I was fine with like being regular and everything, but like just being so freaking bloated, like all the time, like constantly. And like, I mean, most foods I would literally wake up in the morning, sometimes still bloated, but sometimes I would wake up and I would be fine. And then literally first thing I ate, just like bloated for the rest of the day. And I'm just like, oh, you just don't feel good. Like I never felt lean, like in my stomach. And I work out regularly, like I eat healthy, you know, or like I was eating healthy as what I saw it as. And I like don't have a lot of fat on my stomach. It was just like bloating, you know, just makes me feel disgusting and puffy and like inflammation basically. And now I'm just like, I feel lean. Like I say that all the time. And I'm like, that's not something that I ever thought I would be like, wow, I feel like lean in my stomach, which is nice as a woman, you know?
Yeah.
It
was a lot of work.
It takes focus to allow something as dynamic and complex as your gut to heal.
And not like go out and, you know, drink, especially like we're like pretty young and, you know, just going out and creating more inflammation was obviously not the plan. But so you had to like take that off for like 2 months.
Disciplined. We were very disciplined. I mean, but I mean, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And the education is the key. You know, knowing why these things benefit you and or what they are, and that they're normal and it's okay. It's like that was the you know, the affirming of it, knowing that it's going to help me was a good it's just important to know why you're herxing and that it's a good thing. It's also 100% going on too. Like if you're herxing, then it's like, well, then you have bad guys in there. Take them out.
Exactly. So what was it like working with each other on your gut health? Because most people, you know, are really scared to talk about their gut health with their significant other, or maybe someone they're thinking about dating. Was this kind of a curious thing at first, where it's like, I don't know what I can say, I don't know if this is, you know, this isn't exactly sexy, you know?
For sure. I mean, there were some weird times, you know. There were some for sure.
Definitely. But like when you get down to it, and if you really love someone, we all kind of deal with these things. We're all human. Like if you just talk about it, it's fine. It might be awkward at first, but then you get through it. Get through it. And it really does. It really helps to have someone there with you that like understands and that helps you and, you know, has your back.
Congratulations, guys. And thank you so much for your time, effort. And I'd say the last thing, if you give one piece of advice to anyone out there listening who might have similar issues of pain, bloating, they don't know if their boyfriend will understand, their girlfriend will understand, or, you know, they just, you know, and they're maybe young and they don't, you know what to do, what would you say?
Well, honestly, for me, I mean, it would be just like trust in the process. Trust in Dane.
Oh yeah, there we go. Can I quote you? I'm gonna cut everything else and just use that. Just kidding.
No, but for real, I mean, I can remember second guessing everything. You know, I'm a smart guy, and I mean, I put in my own research and stuff as we were going along in this process. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like I trusted you, and I stuck to it, and I stuck it out even when I didn't think it was working, or even if it was a drag, or when it sucked, or when I was like, why am I doing this? And I stuck it out, and it worked. You know, yeah.
Just like that. What about you?
I would say just like trust, like he said, trust the process, and just like know that you can, if you're having a problem, like you can heal. Like there's always, you know, you can always feel better. Like you just might have to put in an investment of your time and your energy, but you know.
Yeah, don't be a victim, take charge. Don't be a victim, take charge.
Yeah, don't be a victim. Take charge of your health and know that you can heal. Like there is like light at the end of the tunnel, even though you feel like there isn't.
Amen.
You can take something that's really hard and can be the worst thing that ever happened to you, and that worst thing can grow and flourish into the best thing that ever happened to you. Today, I help people reverse their symptoms from Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis.